There are a lot of ETF people talk about all the time, but there's some other ETF they just go under the radar. People don't talk about them that much, and in today's video I'm going to talk one of those ETFs. If you invested $50,000 today, you're going to get 2,498 shares, and that will give you monthly income of $4,695, and annual income will be $56,344. That is enough amount of money to retire today for some people, not everyone. And I'm going to show you more income projection for this ETF. So before I show you all the math and how I get those numbers, I'm going to give a little description of this ETF, and also I'm going to show you other ETFs that you can use along with this fund. ETF I'm talking about today, where people don't talk too much about, is a Fiat, which is YieldMax short coin option income strategy ETF. Distribution rate right now is 112. If we look at the distribution details, they've paid so far twice, and every time when they pay more than almost $2, guys. That's a lot. The first time they paid is $189. The second time they paid is $187. So all in all is about $188 on average. But if we look at the last time they paid was in September 9th. And the October dividend is coming very soon. In order for you not to miss this type of update on their dividend, subscribe, like, and also share with someone who this video can help. If we look at the overview of this fund, this is a YieldMax short coin option income strategy, which is a Fiat, is an active managed fund that seeks to generate income through synthetic cover call strategy on coin, which is a coin-based stock, while providing indirect exposure to the share price of coin. Fiat primary investment objective is to seek current income, but secondary investment objective is to seek inverse. Inverse meaning is the opposite of a share price of Coinbase. So whenever Coinbase is going up, this is supposed to be going down, and if the Coinbase is going down, this is supposed to be going up. That's inverse relation that they have. Inception, it was incepted in July 2024. So far has accumulated about 25.5 million, and NAV right now is 2005. This is one of the ETF that haven't lost their NAV, because a lot of people also comment all the time about these ETFs losing NAVs. And I always have arguments saying not all of them, or you might be looking at a time where they are down. Gross expense ratio is only 0.99. Since inception within these 4 months has returned about 14%. When we look at the chart on this ETF, we can see it started about 1976. And at one point it went all the way down to 16. So at that one point, if somebody may have made a comment that, well, of course, it's losing a lot of NAV. But guess what? It rebounded. It came back all the way to over 21. And at one point it was at 22. And it crashed again all the way down to 18. And now is at 20. So it's very volatile. And because of this volatility, that's why it's able, or YieldMax managers are able to generate a lot of income through this volatility. 52-week range is $16 to $23, and volume is a little bit higher for this type of ETF. But now, if we look at the Coinbase stock itself, we can see right now there is 170, because within 6 months Coinbase has been going down, and that's why Fiat is being going up. Do you remember? This is the inverse. So whenever this is going down, this will be going up, and an opposite is going to happen. At one point, when we stretch all the way to 1 year, we can see at one point it was going up, and that's why Fiat was going down. The other YieldMax ETF that also has correlation to this stock is Cony, which also used to pay, or did pay a lot of money. At one point, it went all the way, 52-week range has ranged between $11 to $30. Right now is down because they're related to one of the most volatile assets, crypto, which we all know. And that's why they're going to have this big swing you can see right now. Fiat, average since inception, has paid about $188. And all in all, so far within these few months, has paid about $3.76. If we add that to the price of today, we are getting $23.78. Average distribution, we are getting 113 yield. If you have $25,000, you are going to get this number of shares, and guess what? Your income will be $28,172. If you have $75,000, you're going to get $7,000 a month. If you have $100,000 right now, using that math we have, I'm not saying that's going to pay the same amount all the time, but if you have $100,000, you're going to get 113 pretty much, because remember the yield right now is 113, so 100,000 will give you of income of almost 113, which will be 9,391. So literally, if you have 100,000, if they keep paying the same amount of money, you'll be able to retire in any city literally in the US so far. But let's say you put 200,000, now you're gonna have 18,000, and your portfolio will yield almost $250,000 annually. So that's a lot. From 200, if we go all the way down to 500,000, which is $500,000, you are going to get over $500,000 in annual income, and your monthly income will be 46,953. That's a lot of money. That guidance is just for number that we have right now. Am I saying that's how much it's going to pay every time? I don't know about that. But what I'm saying is coin, which is related to crypto, is very volatile. And because of that, I'm really assuming that's going to pay a lot going forward. But the price of this one might not stay 20, might come all the way down, and maybe at one point it might even get stock reverse split. That's to be seen.